For right now, we do want to take a look at sports as the big event coming this weekend. Obviously, the Final Four, the women's tipping off today, and then the men's Final Four tipping off tomorrow. For more on this, let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Josh Schafer, who has been covering the story pretty closely. Obviously, so many angles here, but one that's interesting is the NIL aspect of this, what the players themselves stand to gain with some of the increased popularity and publicity on these events. Josh, what do you see on that front?
Yeah, Brian, it hasn't been, really a loud week in the NIL space, actually, which I think was kind of expected. So from the men's side, we really haven't seen that many deals come up really at all. From the women's side, it's been pretty exciting to watch Paige Beckers, who's a star at UConn. So she's actually from Minnesota, which is where the Final Four is being held. She had a Gatorade commercial that was in the Mall of America this week. Pretty cool to see that. And sort of see her brand grow within her own hometown, I think has been interesting. We haven't seen a lot of that yet. So that's been an interesting space to watch. Where I think we're really going to see a lot of deals is next week. A lot of the strategy that I've heard from the different agents and PR firms that help with this kind of stuff is wait for the viral moment and then be ready to capitalize on it. So watch for who hits that big shot this weekend. They're going to have a T-shirt on Monday before the championship game or on Tuesday after the championship game, depending on if we're talking men's or women's here. I think that's a big thing to watch. And a final note I've heard that will be exciting to watch as we get closer to the NBA draft, which players stay? Who succeeded in March but doesn't go right to the NBA because they feel like they can make enough money in college? I think some of these March Madness stars might not leave as early as they used to, which would be interesting to see as well.
Yeah, really quickly, Josh, a lot of fans looking for a big payout with these Final Four bets. Obviously, a big betting weekend. Want to point to a poll that we had on Twitter asking our viewers who they think are going to win, but more importantly, who they're betting on. Duke up here with 34%. Any surprises there based on what you're seeing in the betting markets?
No, Akiko. I mean, Duke was the most bet on or second most bet on team headed into the tournament. So I think people are sort of sticking with that trend. Personally, if I was going to bet on this weekend, I'd probably bet on Duke too. So I think it adds up well. I think the narrative's there with Coach K and people are excited for it. I don't know, Brian and Akiko, who do you guys have?
I just don't want Duke to win. That's all. That's all I have to say.
Just give it to Coach K. 42-year run at Duke. You got to give it to him. In the end, it will be a storybook ending. We're all going to be watching this weekend. Josh, thanks so much for bringing us that story.